So the condo itself, as we said, I mean, it wasn't a true investment at that point, when we purchased it. So on a good month with minimal repairs, again, it was brand new, we cash flow like $200. And if there's repairs, then obviously we're in trouble there. But the multifamily, so we put in, like we said, we got it for like 630. We put in about 80. While we were living there, we were living for free. Yeah. We now cash flow.
But we hadn't even touched the first unit. We did the renovation in two kind of waves because that tenant was living on the bottom floor who kind of had told me about the building. We had let her stay for 2 years. She had lived there a really long time, and we were doing a huge renovation. It was nice to have her down there. Yeah. So she stayed for 2 years. We did the top two, so kind of converted those two units. We lived in one, rented one, and she was there, and we were still at that point living for free. And then we had kind of said, you have about 12 months to just find something because she knew we were going to renovate, and unfortunately it just wasn't going to be in her budget. So we said, just give us 30 days. Like, we want to make this as easy for you as possible. And it worked out perfectly. She found a great place that was in her budget. She's super happy. And then we were able to renovate. So we renovated that place. And then now Nick will say the full numbers of all 3 units renovated.
Well, yeah. So just by doing that renovation, and she was significantly under market, we increased that rent, like $1,100 per month. Actually, no.
Yeah.
$1,900 per month. And so now that building makes us anywhere from like $2,500 to $3,000 a month, depending on, what's going on from month to month. But that's where we shake out. Usually it's about $2,800 a month.
Awesome. So let's go from there to the next deal. Like, at what point did you kind of get that mindset of, all right, now I got the confidence, let's go take on another one?
We kind of knew, like, once we started to wrap that up, we knew, like, okay, we got to get the next one. So we just started getting on the hunt, basically immediately once we started to wrap up that.
We got married first. We went on our honeymoon, and we're laying by the pool and Nick's looking up homes being like, what about this one? And I'm like, we never stop. So just putting that in there quick.
Yeah. So when we got back, right after that, basically, we got back, and within a couple weeks of being from getting married and being on our honeymoon, we got under contract on our next property, which was another kind of similar thing. And we've kind of learned, like, we always have these set plans and like set things, and things just never really seem to go that way. So like, we had this neighborhood that we're in now. This is South Boston. This is, one of the top 2 to 3 neighborhoods most expensive in the city of Boston, most desirable. It's all, 22 to 35 young professionals working in the city. And we just were like, we'll never find a property there. It's not even worth our time. Don't even consider it. Well, obviously we ended up finding the house in that neighborhood. So we found this house, and
on the MLS.
It was on the MLS, had been sitting for a really long time. They wanted, I think it was like $950 for a 2-family, and not a huge 2-family. And when we walked it, we were like, okay, let's at least see if there's any value add opportunity. We'll go check it out. Go down to the basement, and there's like 9-foot ceilings in the basement. So immediately we're like, okay,
sold.
Yeah, this is it. So within like a half hour after that, we went to grab a drink afterwards, and we already submitted an offer. I mean, we knew right away, like, this is going to work. Submitted an offer, and then, by the end of the weekend, we had them cancel their open houses, and we were under agreement on it.